everybody knows that astronauts float in space because there's no gravity, right? Well, then it's because space is a vacuum. Well, then maybe it's because the space station is filled with helium? What is going on with weightlessness? I'm going to start with this. There is absolutely gravity in space. Gravity is what keeps the moon orbiting around the Earth and the Earth orbiting around the sun. Gravity is a force that pulls things towards each other. The more mass a thing has, the more gravity it has. In space, massive things like stars have so much gravity that they can keep planets that are hundreds of millions of miles away orbiting around them. Gravity in space is a thing. But then, why do astronauts float around the space station? We're gonna have to go back to our old buddy Isaac Newton.
Interesting.
Discoverer of things. Newton's first law says that an object in motion will keep going until it's affected by another force. And an object at rest will remain at rest until it's affected by another force. It's inertia. It's the reason we wear seatbelts in cars. When we're sitting in a car going 60 miles an hour, we're going 60 miles an hour too. If you slam on the brakes, the car slows down pretty quickly, but you don't. You are still going 60 miles an hour. And if the seatbelt didn't provide an outside force, you'd keep right on going. The space shuttle sitting at the launch pad is at rest, and it will stay at rest until it's acted upon by an outside force.
Ignition and liftoff.
That is an outside force. Now that space shuttle is in motion. When astronauts are launched into space, the rocket blasts straight up at crazy speed. They get to a top speed of 17,000 miles per hour, or 28,000 kilometers per hour. They start out going straight up, but then they start to turn slightly so that they'll be traveling parallel to the Earth's surface. Now, according to Newton's first law, that shuttle should just keep on going. But it doesn't, because it's being acted upon by another force. That other force is gravity. So rockets push the shuttle forward, but the Earth's gravity is constantly pulling it down. When you get those two forces balanced perfectly, you, sir, are in orbit. At that point, the shuttle is going just fast enough that as the gravity pulls it down to the Earth is curving away at the same rate. It's falling, but forever. And that is why astronauts are weightless. They're falling. It's the worst feeling in the world, all the time. It's like that feeling you get when you go over the first drop on a roller coaster. And that is also why I would be a terrible astronaut. Way to start it off, intern. All right, one more time because of my face. I didn't like it, I don't feel like. Well, then what is going on with weightlessness? So, we'll do it again.